Hello, aka GK Fralin here. Call me Glenda. I got one pity party. It was a bunch of, Carla gave me a bunch of emojis. She said it was the best she could do. I loved it. I thought, that works. Oh, and travel stories. Go through them and read them. I've got something else in mind to do today, but the cramming cars, cramming people in cars are just Robins cramming family, a whole family in a VW. You've got to go read that one. And Carla, everybody going to Estes Park and generations, generations going to Estes Park, Colorado. So, anyway, you'll have to go read them. They're hilarious. I don't know. I had to try the voice. I like to try things on for size. They may not be any good, but I like to try them on for size. So I'm going to go and I'm going to read this definition. I'm going to give you, there's, if you want visuals, which I would highly recommend, go to the link down underneath, where it has my description. It says see more or whatever, that arrow. Go click it, and you'll get my websites, and then I'm also going to have a link there for the site I went to get this information. I tried going to the American Lung Association. Oh, and I'm sure they've got it there somewhere, but it's like nothing. But all I could find was statistics and data, which is, I'm sure, what they do, but I figured they would also talk a lot more because, I mean, shoot, they set up the, them and American Heart, I guess. American Heart more than anything sets up the CPR. But anyway, I'm going in here now, online, but you'll still be seeing this, unfortunately. But I would go here so that you can get more information and get maybe some visual as to what it is. Okay. Question, what is emphysema? Answer, quick answer. Emphysema is a lung disease that, over a long period of time, leads to shortness of breath because of excessive inflation of the alveoli, which are air sacs inside the lungs. Reports eMedicine Health. Oh, reports eMedicine Health. That's their report. Let me read that again. Emphysema is a lung disease that, over a long period of time, leads to shortness of breath because of excessive inflation of the alveoli, which are air sacs inside the lungs, reports eMed Health. Over time, the disease destroys the lung tissue that exchanges oxygen and carbon dioxide. Okay, a full answer, a more complete answer. Healthy tissue resembles a new sponge with small holes and an elastic property that rebounds to the touch. After the onset of emphysema, the holes have increased in size, and the tissue has lost the majority of its elasticity, When inhalation takes place, the lung tissue stretches and naturally pulls back toward its normal state. But emphysema keeps this from happening. As a result, air remains in the lungs. Emphysema also affects the work of the capillaries in the lungs. So the disease impacts airflow and blood flow into and out of the lungs according to medicine health. Anyway, in most cases, emphysema results from smoking. The precise mechanism by which smoking causes emphysema remains unknown as of April 2015, but research shows that smoking increases a person's risk of emphysema by 6 times. The other primary cause is alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency, but that causes significantly fewer cases than smoking. Along with chronic bronchitis, emphysema represents the third leading cause of death in the United States, notes WebMD. Now, the leading cause, last I heard, was heart disease. Okay.
No! There, I'll put that.
You know what a productive cough sounds like, because you've heard me doing a fairly productive cough. And sometimes it doesn't produce very much. This is why emphysema is a problem. Because there's all those little hairy things down in there too. Little hairy structures called cilia. But they work towards bringing that excess mucus, phlegm, whatever, out of the lungs. And if we're still able to produce a really good, hefty cough, like I was, did I do that on tape earlier? Anyway, I think I did yesterday. But, you know, a really good cough, then we're one of the lucky ones, because we really need to push that stuff out of there and work it out. That's why we use our nebulizers. It's why we use our inhalers, puffers. It's why we take the medications a lot of times that we do, and why we do the breathing exercises. And when you go in, you have a pulmonary function test, and they have you breathing into the machine, and they're having you breathe out every ounce of anything, you know, of any air in your lungs that you can, and getting those numbers. That's just their gauge for the doctor to kind of figure out where your lungs are at that particular point. So this is what emphysema does, is make us work harder, because the lungs aren't working as well as they should, or, you know. Anyway, let's talk about the Glenda's funny faces. I can't believe I just saw myself do that. Oh, but no, I wanted to scream, and I thought, hey, I took a picture, a little bit of video of Brandon yelling no at me earlier. I knew it would come in handy. I just didn't think so this soon. So I'm going to quit for tonight. I've got to upload this thing. I am bummed because of this and that and the other thing. And so, before I ask for another pity party, nope. Let's not go there. I have tried to describe something that's very hard to describe in a way that anybody but those of us who suffer from it might understand. We know what it does to us. I mean, we do know. We know what it does to us. But we're not the only ones here that are listening, I hope. I'm hoping this helps people who live with us and deal with this on a daily basis can understand more. It has nothing to do with all my tics. My tics are my nervous tics. A lot of that has to do with my own nervousness that I've had since I was a child. Some of it is because I'm on camera and I'm nervous about what I'm talking about, so they're increased. So right now I'm sitting here and I'm kind of holding on to my finger in my lap with the other hand. So we do things. No matter what's wrong with us in the world or with anybody, we have ways of learning how to deal with them throughout our lives. Anyway, or not. So this is me saying I've dealt with it for today. Don't want to deal with it anymore today. I'll deal with things tomorrow. Please put any questions you have down below. Seriously. I will look up answers. And I may stumble with them sometimes, but if you can get the idea. That's the main thing, because I know not everybody's going to go looking things up. I know it can be difficult to know what to look for. So if you have questions, please put them in the comments. If you're just visiting, put them in the comments. If you haven't subscribed and you'd like to, click on the subscribe button. And if you like anything you've seen today, or liked anything you've heard, let's put it that way, then please give me a thumbs up. So, I'm done for the day just because my brain won't go any farther. All right. Good night. Love you. Care about you. Hasta mañana.